Breaking news, huge news, breaking news. My number one pick, Braveheart Resources. Wow. Breaking news, huge news. My number one pick, Braveheart Resources. Huge news, breaking news. Here we go. You guys ready? You guys ready? I wanted to make sure there was enough people in the room. Braveheart Resources, BHT in Canada, and it exploded, by the way, had 6 million Canadian in outstanding convertible debenture debt that matures on January 21st, 2024. And the debenture holders have decided, they have decided to do an early conversion of the first 40% of the convertible debenture debt by converting the debt to BHT shares at a price of 20 cents per share, which is a 66.67% premium above BHT's current price of 12 cents per share. Winning, BHT will be issuing them 12 million shares, and BHT's convertible debenture debt will be reduced by 2.4 million, down to only 3.6 million total in debenture debt, which they can clear up by issuing more shares. This is an unbelievably huge development that we believe will greatly increase BHT's shareholder value. I did a top 10 in August. I put Braveheart Resources as my number one pick because I've been watching these alerts from National Inflation Association. And once I identified that this was going to explode, I believe I timed it perfectly. And here it is at the end of August, and it is now exploding on this news. You can see that the Canadian stock has exploded. The US stock has exploded on this news. Symbol BHT. In Canada, RIINF. In America, Braveheart Resources, my number one pick for August 2020, has exploded. Congratulations to all members. Congratulations to everybody who positioned themselves. It was at 11.5. I was telling everybody today, this is the lowest I've seen it. And bam, buy the dips and sell the rips, baby. Easy money. Easy money. Easy money. Yeah, Very's earnings next week. And a lot of people are panicking because Very's going down. And while it's going down, the smart money's buying it. That's all I can say. Smart money's buying it. Wow, this is huge. This is huge news. The debenture holders have been involved with BHT's Bull River mine since 2011. 9 years. Long before BHT acquired the property. They understand the true value of the Bull River mine better than anybody. When asked to explain their reason for converting at this time, they said, the early conversion of the portion of the debenture reflects our belief that Braveheart is undervalued in the current market and the company has the potential for share price appreciation through the elimination of debt and further advancement of the project. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. The CAD 3.6 million in remaining convertible debenture debt can be converted to BHT shares beginning on January 21st, 2023 at an even higher price of 30 cents per share. If that's not a signal of where this stock is going, I don't know what is. And as soon as they put out the alert, Braveheart Resources went up 16% in Canada, and RIINF went up 17% in America immediately after the alert. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. I call it a big winner, and our members are going to win big. And I'm telling you, this is just the start. Let's see how it trades tomorrow. Skylar says, "Yo, Rich, I saw the DOD gave Oology Bio a $100 million contract to manufacture vaccines, but the only vaccine maker I can find that has any ties to Oology is Inovio. Inovio at 14. Is this a steal? What's the symbol for Oology? Oology Bio. Green Bull says, did BHT sell one of their mines too? I was browsing news and skimmed over an ad about them. Sounded like they sold or are buying. It's a good question. I saw this alert from National Inflation Association and I just brought it. I brought it to our members in our trading academy and I decided to bring it to everybody live. They're buying a mine. It's not traded. Oology Bio isn't traded. Okay, so it's private. I just believe that this news is really big and it literally came right at the close. So the market exploded right after this news. I believe this is going to carry over until tomorrow. Let's see. I think it's important that everybody's watching. I think it's important that everybody's watching for tomorrow. Yes, RIINF is the US stock ticker. You know what? Let me pull it up for you guys. I'll pull it up for you guys so you guys can see for yourselves. Pull up the charts. I'll share my screen. Let's just do that right now. Pull it up. Braveheart Resources. Here we go. Braveheart Resources. Nice close. Wow, it actually hit 50. What? No, it didn't hit. Not for the day. Let's go to the day. Yeah, it closed right at the end at 14. Wow. I'm going to show you guys my screen. Share my screen with you guys. Here you go. Braveheart Resources. You guys can see here. So clearly the news came out and little by little, bam, it just exploded right at the end of the day. And if we go RIINF, you'll see that clearly in America, it exploded as well, 17%. So the market, the investors with NIA, whoever you want to call it, likes this news. Clearly, the stock is up 17%. So I thought I'd come live and I talked to you guys about it. I mean, the results are right there. It's not like I'm making this up, right? They put out the news, the stock explodes. I go live and I let the people know. It's just kind of what we do, right? But yeah, I just felt like something was coming here for Braveheart Resources. It was pretty risky to make them my #1 pick for August. I just felt like something was coming and I'm not sure exactly what, but I think there's more coming. I don't see why, if you're a funder, you're going to convert your debt at 20 cents if the stock's at 11 or 12 cents, right? So why would you convert your stock at 20 cents if you have a chance to convert your stock at a lower price? Unless you truly believe that this is going to go to at least 20 cents. So there's something going on there, okay? There's something going on there, and that's why I predicted that they would be my #1 pick, the #1 stock to watch in August 2020. I just felt like in my gut something was going to happen, and I was right. This is a little bump. I don't think this is it. It might be it. It might go down tomorrow. Who knows? But I think there's a very good chance it goes higher tomorrow. Now, remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. We are strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always consult a financial advisor before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. I'm just strictly the bearer of news. I interview CEOs. I bring you guys picks. You know, everyone has their own opinion about me. That's fine. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to bring you guys the news. There's nobody else on YouTube right now live talking about Braveheart Resources. So if you're an investor in Braveheart Resources, you probably want to know about this. If you're an investor in mining stocks, you probably want to know about this. If you're an investor and you want to make money, you probably want to know about this. But hey, you might not want to know about it. You might want to learn about somebody else. That's fine too. I'm just letting you know that I brought you guys this pick. It was my number one pick for August 2020, and today it exploded. That's all I can say. Yo, what's up, Fat Nuts? Fat Nuts says, what's good, community? And Rich, hope all is well with everyone. Skylar Holmes says, Rich, you made me big money twice, and I'm forever a big fan. Respect, brother. Respect. Hey, man, hopefully we can make even more money. NVIDIA beat earnings out just now. Thank you, Dylan, for sharing your knowledge, brother. Respect. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Let's see if they're doing anything aftermarket. So they're actually down aftermarket. Weird. So despite the fact that they beat earnings, right now they're actually down aftermarket. It's odd. It might just be that the market's going to go down tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but that's interesting. If you guys have any other picks you want me to look at, let me know. But the big news here, Braveheart Resources is retiring $2.4 million of debt, convertible debt at 20 cents. And the stock is currently in America sitting at a much lower price of 14 cents. And I believe at the time of the news, it was at 11.5 cents in Canada, and it ran up to 14 cents on the news that they are converting their debt at a much higher price than the market. So clearly the market likes the news and is responding in kind. The question is, will this continue? IDK Rich, let's take a look. 30 million outstanding. IDK. 3D Capital, 35 cents, up 27%. Wow. This one looks interesting. This one looks pretty good. I have to do a little more research on it to figure out what it's all about, but this one definitely looks pretty good. I want to kind of look and see if this news, TMX money. See if this news is on TMX money. Let's take a look at Braveheart Resources. Braveheart Resources. Huge spike. Look at that. Huge spike on the news from 11.5 cents all the way to 14 today. I was literally looking at it. I almost bought it. Obviously, I didn't know that they were going to retire $2.4 million of debt, convertible debt at 20 cents. Obviously, really good news, and the stock is responding in kind. Oh, wow. So they've got, so this news was issued on Friday. I didn't even notice this. Wow. And then they just have a new piece of news that just came out. And I haven't even read this either. Braveheart Resources is pleased to announce it has entered into a letter of intent with Cadillac Ventures, CDC, for the purchase of 100% interest in the Thierry Mine project near Pickle Lake, Ontario. Under the terms of the LOI, Braveheart will acquire Thierry from Cadillac for the following consideration: $300,000 in cash, $13.5 million in common shares of Braveheart, and a 2% net smelter royalty to be retained by Cadillac, of which 1% of the NSR can be purchased by Braveheart for $1 million. Closing of the purchase of Thierry remains subject to the parties entering into a definitive purchase of sale agreement, satisfactory completion of due diligence by Braveheart, and approval of TSX Venture Exchange. The intention of Braveheart and Cadillac is to finalize the definitive agreement, which will include customary terms and conditions, including representations and warranties. So these guys are buying another mine. The Thierry Copper Nickel Platinum Group Elements PGE deposit was discovered by Union Minière Exploration and Mining of Belgium in 1969. Wow, this goes way back. The mine was shut down due to low commodity prices based on historical records. Umex milled 5.8 million short tons of copper and nickel mineralization minerals from the deposit with an average grade of 1.13% Cu and 0.1% Ni. In addition, precious metals payables included 47,000 ounces of palladium, 17,000 ounces of gold, 17.5 thousand ounces of palladium, and 900,000 ounces of silver. Of platinum, and 900,000 ounces of silver. The most recent independent National Instrument 43101 technical report and resource estimate was completed by P&E Mining Consultants, Inc. Wow, this is big news. NIA hasn't even put this news out. Norman Brewster, president and CEO of Cadillac, stated, "We believe the proposed transaction is a compelling one to Cadillac and its shareholders, providing a significant cash injection, continued exposure and upside to any success on Thierry, and exposure to a broader property package through the proposed pro forma ownership in Braveheart." Interesting. Ian Berzins, president and CEO of Braveheart, commented, "The proposed acquisition of the Thierry Mine project represent a significant next step in the growth of our company. The project is very complementary to our Bull River underground copper, gold, and silver mine in British Columbia and provides the company with project and geographic diversification. Braveheart is focused on acquiring and developing past producing assets in favorable Canadian jurisdictions with existing mineral resources in place. We were particularly drawn to this opportunity because of the significant infrastructure already in place and proximity to roads, grid power, and established mining communities." CDC. Let's take a look at CDC. This might be one to watch as well, guys, because now they're working with Braveheart. CDC. Cadillac. This is how I learned about these companies. Wow, Cadillac's at 3 cents. 3 cents, and they're getting 300 grand? Interesting. So they're getting 300 G's. The stock's at 3 cents. It's been as high as 5. Things that make you go, Let me take a look at this for a second. Cadillac Ventures. See how many shares these guys have. 3 cents. Seems like a pretty good deal for a company at 3 cents. Maybe this stock is going to move as well. We need to look at it and be aware of what's going on here. Wow. So there's only 90 million shares issuing out, and this is at 3 cents, and they're getting 300 grand and millions of shares in Braveheart for this mine. Very interesting. Okay, I'm definitely going to be looking at buying some CDC. If I do, I'll let you guys know. Just buy like 10,000 shares. Why the heck not? It's $300. If it goes to 10 cents, might be worth something. We'll see. I'll think about it. And let me just go back to the Braveheart news, BHT. Braveheart Resources. Let's look at the news. I'm going to scroll down here. And we're going to go back to the news. And let's go back to the news from Friday, which I didn't read this news. So apparently the market responds better to NIA than it does to the news of Braveheart Resources, which is kind of funny. So here we are, Braveheart Resources entered lender of intent, which was yesterday's. And then here's today's news, or Friday's news last week, which NIA is talking about now, which is kind of funny. Braveheart Resources Inc. eliminates 2.4 million in debt. So here's the news. Braveheart hereby announces that it has reduced its debt by 2.4 million through the early conversion of 40% of its 6 million Series A convertible debenture into shares of the company. Effectively, the company will issue 12 million shares of Braveheart at a conversion price of 20 cents per share to the numbered company in Alberta. Previously, on March 11, 2020, the company announced the restructuring of its debenture that was originally negotiated with Cuveras LLC and the secured debenture holders of Cuveras, operating through 216667. Under the restructured agreement with 216667, the maturity date of the original debenture was extended for an additional 2 years and will now mature on January 21st, 2024. The debenture will continue to accrue annual interest of 1% and 2% respectively in the second and third year of the debenture. The debenture will accrue an annual interest of 5% for each of the fourth and fifth years of the debenture. The conversion price was amended such that immediately up to 40% of the principal amount of the debenture can be converted into shares of Braveheart at a price of 20 cents per share. After 48 months from the original date of issuance on January 21st, 2023, the balance of the principal amount of the debenture can be converted into shares of Braveheart at a price of 30 cents per share. I like this news. I mean, this makes so much sense. You're converting debt at a higher price, which makes people think the price is going to go up. If the remaining 60% of the debenture is fully converted into common shares of Braveheart, an additional 12 million common shares will be issued to the underlying note holders of 216667. The amendments of the original debenture have been approved by the TSX Venture Exchange. Peter Lacey, a director at 216667, stated some interesting numbers, 666 in there, eh? We are pleased with the progress that Braveheart is making towards the restart of the Bull River Mine project. Many of our note holders have been involved with the project from as early as 2011. The early conversion of the portion of the debenture reflects our belief that Braveheart is undervalued in the current market and the company has the potential for share price appreciation through the elimination of debt and further advancement of the project. Ian Berzins, president and CEO, commented, I'm extremely pleased that we have been able to work closely with our debenture note holders to restructure the original debenture and now agree to an early conversion of 40% of the debenture, thereby reducing our debt by 2.4 million. The fact that the note holders have committed to an early conversion at a price that is above our current trading levels demonstrates their strong support for the project and their confidence in management. This is good news. It's funny because the market did not respond to any of this news until NIA put out the news. And I guarantee you that NIA will probably put out the news of the mine acquisition now. It's just funny that the market doesn't respond to the news unless NIA actually is the one talking about it. Wow. Yo, what's up, brother? How you doing, DJ VIP 2011? Green Bull says, watch the news for Japan Gold Corp. They are looking to discover the next gold elephant. How you guys like my silver elephant? Hey, Robert, how you doing, brother? Dylan Fraser says, I own Xena at 19 and a half. Sad, sad, sad. Thought I was buying a fantastic price. Guess not. Wait. Yeah, you know, some of these companies, they, especially the Canadian cannabis companies, have really taken us for a spin. You know, it's sad, but we have to adapt as investors. That's why I joined the Trading Academy, so that I could adapt as an investor. And I've made huge strides because I moved into gold, oil and gas, silver, COVID-19 stocks, tech stocks, and just having more of a strategy as an investor as opposed to just buying stocks because I like them. And I made the same mistake with Zenabis, and I bought them because I believed in them, and the companies failed me and all the shareholders. But anybody that wants to come here and consistently talk about Zenabis after I've put out winner after winner after winner just goes to show what type of person that person is. Because when you bring 74 winning picks in 2020 that are up an average of 132%, including every single pick that I've brought in my top 10 in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August so far this year, they're all right here. They've all gone up, every single one of them. If you have to keep going back all the way to last year to find one of my losers, you know that I'm doing something right. And if you want to focus on the one loser, when I have 74 winners right in your face, look, 74 winners right in your face. If you want to keep focusing on one loser that I picked 2 years ago, then I feel sorry for you. I really feel sorry for you because you clearly do not know how to evolve. But I've already moved on. And I still own my shares of Zenabis. And I own the mistake that I made on Zenabis. I still own those shares. But I've also been able to call lots of winners. Like, for example, Braveheart, we're talking about them today. I called them at 6 cents. Today, they're at 14. That's a big winner. So you can see all the winners here. But if you're the type of person that wants to come on my show and talk about one loser or two losers or 5 losers out of hundreds of winning picks, then I feel sorry for you. I really do. I feel sorry for you. I really apologize that you have to focus on the glass half empty as opposed to focusing on the glass half full. I apologize. And I apologize for the cannabis stocks in Canada all falling, because of course that's my fault. It's my fault that the cannabis stocks in Canada all decided to go down. And that the cannabis stocks that I've told everyone about well in advance in America have all exploded. So give me no credit for calling Trulieve in advance, Grow Generation Corp in advance, IIPR in advance, Planet 13 in advance, Curaleaf in advance, Green Thumb in advance. Give me zero credit for that and keep focusing on Zenabis. You keep focusing on that and we'll see where it gets you. What's my view on Aphria? I'm going to have to put all the Canadian cannabis companies in the same category as disappointing right now. Do I think that Aphria has upside? Absolutely. Do I think there's potential there? Absolutely. Do I like some Canadian cannabis companies? Absolutely. But where is the momentum right now? If you ask me, clearly it's with the Canadian American cannabis MSOs, not with the Canadian LPs, but with the American MSOs. Just look at Grow Generation Corp. I was the only one. You want me to show you my video about Grow Generation Corp? I'll show it to you. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. I'll show it to you. The evidence is right there. All you got to do is search Grow Generation Corp Grow Generation Corp. Do you want to see how funny things are? Let's take a look. Let's search Grow Generation Corp. Search it, right? Oh, what's the first video you see? Oh, is that me 5 months ago? Hold on. Let's see what I say here. By the way, Grow Generation Corp is on fire.
Companies in the last 12.
Hold on.
Hi guys, how you doing? This is Rich here on behalf of Rich TV Live, and I have some big news from Grow Generation Corp, one of the best performing cannabis companies in the last 12 months. Grow Generation Corp adds 10th state and 12 million in revenue. Grow Generation Corp acquires Florida-based Healthy Harvest.
That's called calling a winner early.
Up 3%
5 months ago, when nobody was talking about them. I talked about that.
Bear market of epic proportions. The largest chain of specialty retail hydroponic and organic garden centers, with currently 26 locations, is pleased to announce that the company has purchased the assets of Healthy Harvest. Healthy Harvest has been in business since 2011 and is the largest hydroponic operation in southeastern region. With over 15,000 square feet of warehouse and retail space, Healthy Harvest is servicing growers in Florida, Puerto Rico, Caribbean, and South America. Healthy Harvest owners will be staying on as Director of Southeast Region and Director of Latin America Markets. CEO comments: the Healthy Harvest acquisition is our first in 2020, adding an accredited 12 million in revenue to our company. Healthy Harvest is the largest hydroponic operation in the Southeast, which strengthens our position in the region and opens up Puerto Rico, Caribbean, South American markets. Florida is our 10th state, and the acquisition positions us to service the growing number of cultivators in Florida. The management team has been servicing growers of all sizes for almost 10 years and has built a tremendous hydroponic operation in South Florida. Darren Lambert, CEO. Florida market. Florida's medical cannabis market is growing rapidly, with patients up 165% year over year and cannabis volume up 128% year over year. Florida is limited to licensed market, with virtually every major multi-state cannabis company operates or plans to operate in Florida, with 22 licensed companies. Each company is limited to a single license. Each license allows companies to both cultivate cannabis and to open medical cannabis dispensaries. This is why I love Grow Generation Corp.
I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I called every one of these cannabis picks first before anyone else on the planet. This video has 400 views. 400 views. I called it in February when it was at like $3. It has 400 views. The stock's over $20. There's nobody else doing this. And yet I see other YouTubers, people giving guys credit for calling shit like when it's going up. I called it way before it goes up, and my videos get like 20 people watching. And meanwhile, guys are getting thousands of views, and they're calling picks after I've called it, while they're running, not before, like I do, because I like to call stocks before they explode. I don't know. I just like to bring the evidence. I can show you all of it. I could show you Trulieve. I called it first. I can show you IIPR. I called it first. I can show you Braveheart Resources. I called it first. I could do it over and over and over again. All the evidence is right here in Rich TV Live. All my picks. Look, all my picks. They're all on here. I don't change this. These are my picks. So if these picks go down, it would show red. They ain't down. They up. They up. And lots of them are up like over 1,000%. Like ridiculous. Absolutely, positively ridiculous. We could do it all day. I could do this all day. People want to talk about Planet 13? Sure. Planet 13. Let's type Planet 13. Let's see who pops up. Oh, Financial Freedom is the one who predicted Planet 13? This guy? He's the one who predicted Planet 13 4 weeks ago? He called it 4 weeks ago, eh? Okay. All these guys taking credit for Planet 13. Look, again, Planet 13 1 week ago. Planet 13's his pick. Oh, yeah? How about 1 year ago? How about I called it 1 year ago? Look, he bought it 5 months ago. Look, he called it 5 months ago. I bought it a year ago. I called it a year ago. This guy's trying to say he called Planet 13, and everyone's trying to say that he's controlling the market. Really? I was talking about Planet 13 a year ago.
Folks, I'm about to share a stock with you. A stock that's gone up.
Not a week ago, not a month ago, but a year ago. I was telling people about Planet 13. Look at the price.
We want you to know why we like companies. We want to know why you don't like companies. There's always a reason.
Talking about it first, man. We talk about it first. Forget about everybody else.
It's important.
Talk about it first.
For everyone, entertainment purposes.
I mean, like this is a year ago.
Retail experience.
This is not like 5 months ago.
Over the last little
this is not like 2 months ago. This is not like 3 weeks ago. No.
Let's find out.
Man, I called this a year ago.
10%. So please, guys.
So,
if you want to
you know what I mean? Like, I just find it funny. People want to call things their picks. Oh, I called Planet 13 first. Really? You called Planet 13 first? Really? Come on, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy world. Crazy world. Crazy world, man. We can do this all day. You guys want to do True Leaf? Let's do True Leaf. True Leaf. Cannabis. We could do this all day. Just search True Leaf Cannabis. Let's see who pops up. Who's saying that they called True Leaf first? Who called True Leaf first? Who called True Leaf first? Oh, Rich TV Live streamed 9 months ago. True Leaf Cannabis Corp added to the OTCQX 9 months ago. Not 1 month ago. 9 months ago. Who else? Oh, True Leaf streamed. Look, you guys look at this. Why nobody is talking about the #1 cannabis stock, True Leaf Cannabis. Look who said that 8 months ago. Mysteriously in the dark. Look, 670 views.
What the hell's wrong with you, bro?
They don't want people to see. They don't want people to see winners. Why would anyone want to see a winner?
When you're buying True Leaf, you are buying revenue.
Called it.
True Leaf is the streak buster. Now remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education
There it is.
purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in
There it
anything that we
is.
talk about here on Rich
I got
TV
all the
Live.
evidence. We could do this all day. We could do this all
We like to bring
day.
you the winners, and we like to bring them to you first. And we brought you True Leaf first before anybody else on the planet.
It's
because
true.
we bring you all the cannabis stocks first,
It's true.
if you haven't noticed. And we will continue to. I promise you that. We will not leave any stone unturned. And if True Leaf Cannabis is the #1 cannabis stock in the world, 70 million in quarterly sales, growing quarter over quarter. Next quarter, I will not be surprised if they get close to 100 million in quarterly sales. They're growing at a very fast pace, and they have a positive adjusted operating income. You don't need to see my face. You just need to listen to my words.
And if you were listening and you were watching, you're winning
have
big on True Leaf.
Positive adjusted operating
Big on
income
True Leaf.
of $23.4 million. Nobody else is even close.
Listen to the
Second
words.
closest is 6 million. They're at 23.4 million in adjusted operating income.
It's laughable. It's a little bit laughable. But anyways, I'm not gonna sit here and do this all day. I could do it all day. It would be fun. It would be entertaining, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Can Xena go lower by next week? Yeah, I mean, we could see Xena go back to 5 cents. You know, we've seen Xena at 5 cents. So yeah, anything is possible. Anything and everything is possible. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys have a great day. I wanted to bring you guys the big news on Braveheart Resources. they exploded on this news that came out from NIA. They didn't explode when the news came out from the company, but when NIA brought the alert out, they came up and they've made a big move. So let's see if this continues tomorrow. BHT in Canada, RII and F in America, Braveheart Resources, big news, retiring $2.4 million in convertible debt, reducing their convertible debt from $6 million all the way to $3.6 million. And they also are acquiring a mine. So stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated on anything else as it happens. Do I think Braveheart is going to pump? I think it's going to go higher. I do. But we'll see. Stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated. Jason Barube says, what intrigues me is that Florida is only a medical market. Still more to come with TrueLeaf. Yeah, I think TrueLeaf is only going to get bigger and better. I wouldn't chase it at these prices. But when I was doing those videos 8 months ago, telling everyone that that was the stock to buy, that was clearly the time to position yourself. $10 or under is clearly a good price for TrueLeaf. But, you know, $30, no. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring you the winners. And we don't bring you to them to second, third, fifth, sixth, or 56th. We bring them to you first. We've been bringing you all the top stocks for quite some time. First, you can see all of our picks on richtvlive.com right there under Rich's picks. The evidence is all there. And thank you guys for watching. And we do have a trading academy. We'd love to have you guys be a part of it. We are growing internationally, exponentially. So many success stories. Love to have you be a part of it. Just email me, richtvlive@gmail.com, so you can get access to our picks first. Everybody already knew about Braveheart Resources in our group. Congratulations to all the members. Thank you guys for watching. This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace.